I'm Gucci for a reason. I wouldn't feel comfortable calling another man Gooch. The question is, do he work with the police? Is him and his wife the police? If you ask me, with my allegations and speculations, when he gave that woman all his money, he ain't really know who he was giving all his money to. They will send people at you. They will plant a wife on you or girlfriend on you if they have corporate interest in you, especially when you hold a deep influence in the black community and you an influencer. They gonna set you up like Reverend Al Sharpton. Before you know it, your hair gonna be standing up on your head like Don King. When he gave her all that money, he didn't know what he was getting himself involved with. He went into the penile system. He was in the belly of the beast and came out looking like a chicken bone with this woman as his handler. With all of his finances, he handed all of his assets over to this woman. So when he got out of jail, it's not like she gave it back. And depending on her corporate interest, her interest in him in the first place, a lot of them women, them sex workers, they be put in positions. They playing plays for daddy. You never know who daddy is. They set you up to be a trick. They tell you all their dreams and aspirations, how they want to be a movie star. They trick you with the dream. And your ass fall for the trick. Next thing you know, she got all your money in her pocket and you got to roll with what she rolling with. And if she's with the feds, allegedly, then guess what? You in the bed with the police. He can't even go to the bathroom by himself. He can't speak for himself. There's nothing he can do for himself. So it's a possibility that she's pulling the strings and he's corporate property at this point. We don't know what he is. How long could Pooh Shiesty be in jail after kidnapping Gucci? That's the question circulating online. The real question should be, why would he put himself in a position to go back to jail unless there was something in jail that he was interested in? Gucci did some things that a lot of people have been questioning for years. He signed his boy Lil Wop to his label. And when he came out, it made it seem like Gucci took advantage of him. He got what he wanted from this young man and dropped him like a bad habit. Y'all think when they sign these contracts, they go into the building on a Saturday morning, sign the contract, go to Dunkin' Donuts, go home and wait for the money to hit the bank. It don't work like that. A lot of times it's a big soiree. It's a festivity. They get together and fraternize. Ain't nothing but a gangster party. They drinking, got the weed full, girls all over the place. Today, the day you about to be made. And when you get to that back room and that contract is on the table, how bad you want this contract, boy? And if somebody just want to have a good time with you and dispose you like a hoe, they're going to take all they can get out of you, have you sign that contract, have your family thinking you the second coming of Michael Jackson. Your mama don't quit her job talking about my baby made it. Your daddy, he don't called off work all week to where he don't got fired because you don't sign the contract. You got all this weight on your shoulders. And allegedly all this man wanted was a little something, something, something. Real quick. Then he drop your ass. So when Pooh Shiesty went to get out of his contract, this time the rabbit had the gun. They're claiming that it got nasty up in there. They took advantage of Gucci the same way he took advantage of Pooh. And he don't give a damn if he spend the rest of his life in jail as long as he got his lick back. Now Gucci Mane somewhere sitting on a pack of ice. So icy. Booty burnt. Because them the type of games he playing with them contracts with them boys. He the hip hop Michael Jackson. And they don't never want to go to Neverland ever again. And this is according to the streets. I don't know the ins and outs about all of this. But one thing for sure, people are talking, alligating and speculating that Gucci the police. They put the police report out there. They got too much intel about what was going on in that studio for somebody to not be snitching. They got every name, all of the details. They put the forensics on the case. You figure if it's street business, all of this stuff could slide. Somebody got choked out. They got smacked. Take it like a man. But that's not what they was trying to do. Even though They in the studio telling street tales all day, every day, speaking this stuff into existence. There's a song with Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty where Gucci breaks down exactly everything that happened in the modern day robbery, and the song came out 4 or 5 years ago. Hold on. Yo, make sure y'all hit them like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button too. And I'm gonna run through this real quick. We waiting for people to get in here. We waiting to get the show really started, man. So make sure y'all get them likes up. All of the people here that's already leaving comments, I need y'all to stay tuned too. Let's go ahead and get this thing set up right. Y'all ready? Cause I'm ready. Let's go ahead and do this, man. It's a few things I want to do before we get this really jumping. All of the people in the live chat, gotta let y'all know, y'all appreciate it like Tupac's mama. Got Hummingbird on deck. Who else we got? Layla Williams. The chef is here too. I see Simply Alluring in the building. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, man. We're about to go ahead and get into the show. All y'all gotta do is stay tuned. Now let's take it here for a quick little second. And I ain't gonna do too much on this. But when it comes to the hip hop genre, the music and everything that's being put out there, just by listening to it, you could be doing yourself a disservice. You could be putting yourself in horrible situations by being in love with a rap song. He said a few things in this song. We gonna make you sprint when we pull up in them rentals. And we all know that Pooh Shiesty, his father, and all of them, they rented cars. They went down there to Houston. They just left a dent. He can't run from what I sent him. Niggas jump and click. They don't even want to befriend you. And that's what's going on. A lot of people switching sides on Gucci after he got robbed. Niggas come to kill you, and they didn't come to end you. Nowhere to retreat. Now you screaming, I surrender. Niggas ain't riding for you. Don't want to revenge you. Thought you was a lion, could have swore you was a ninja, could have swore heaven and hell can't decide where I'ma send you. All of this talk in this song right here, you go listen to it for yourself and connect them dots. But it was preordained, pre-manifested. The way they was talking on this song sounded like it was going to be a bad business deal. And everything manifested. And it ended terribly because they was in the studio on that type of time. And ironically, they find themselves in the recording studio and all hell breaks loose and it plays out just like on this song. He said, we strapped up like the Taliban. My hood something like Afghanistan. And I just put some cheese on his head like a Packers fan. Shiesty, that's my Kobe Bryant. Ain't no way I'm trading the man. Don't try me or my goons will be at your house like the cable man. They say I'm a sex symbol. They say I'm a ladies man. Dressed up in the latest fashion show with Dapper Dan. It goes on and on and on and on. Now they trying to outshine each other on the track. Gucci getting there talking a little too greasy. And when Pooh Shiesty hopped back on the song, he shut that all the way down. Gucci struggling on the song. And in the midst of his struggling, he confessed to a robbery preordained before it even happened. While he trying to sound fly, all that he talking about ain't gonna happen wound up happening to him by the dude that he on the song with. So if somebody showed up, somebody on the track or in life, Pooh Shiesty got that trump in this era that we living in. Now, y'all need to see this.
There was one point I had to just go on my knees and pray because it's like, he's like, I don't like you. I mean, the things he would say are really, really bad.
That's what children say to their handlers that's mishandling them. She the Corella de Villa thugs. His business is her business. She took over his head. He living in her house. His career is her career. He can't fight it. She got his ass on lock. He done signed too many contracts, gave all his money, married her. She owned his ass when he in his right mind. When he trying to snap out that damn dream, that spell she done cast on his ass. When he trying to wake the fuck up. I don't like you. Something ain't right about you. You wrong. Trying to make it seem like he crazy. The master manipulator. And in order to get people in these contracts like this, you gotta be doing some manipulation. And with her running the show, there's a lot of broken people that end up on this man's roster. A lot of them wind up dead. A lot of them, their stories don't even be told. They just end up in the worst situation they ever been in their life. Look. Oh my God. It says several artists signed to Gucci Mane's record label have died young. Most notably, rapper Enchanting, who passed away in June 2024 at the age of 26, following a reported overdose, and Big Scar, who died in December 2022. That's only two amongst several individuals that died under this man's watch. He in a dire situation himself to where he need psychiatric evaluation. There's a puppet master, a queen bee, so to speak, that needs to be investigated because she might just be the ringleader of something very, very sinister. Allegedly, I don't know for sure, but that's the looks of it when you got people losing their lives. This is a crisis with all of this madness that's going on in this man's case. What the hell is that? Thought it was a mega masturbator or something. Get that out of here. Okay, we got to move on. Now, you know it's some snitchery in place when 5-0 got something to say about it. When 50 and Tiny and T.I. and them, they want to wiggle their fingers or wiggle their toes in the water, that's what let you know it got snitch ripples all over it. 50 Cent responds to Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty incident. Now, this is his opportunity to dead his snitching rumors. This is his opportunity to get on the other side of the law with the people. He wore them snitch shoes before. He don't like the way they feel, so now he can slip on some comfy slippers and talk about Gucci Mane. 50 Cent is questioning the street credibility of Gucci Mane following federal allegations. He got a lot of fucking nerve. The whole Supreme team in jail. He got to do a documentary about that. And I don't got nothing personal against 50, but hey, it seemed like all of the hip hop guys is cops. They all hip hop cops. So why even put on the front? The comments come after the Department of Justice document surfaced suggesting that Gucci Mane-born Roderick Davis identified individuals allegedly involved in a violent encounter. I wonder if he had his head down when he was pointing at them people. You know he ain't do it on his own. If he went down to the police station, she probably got a police station set up in the house. And go to the back room. I'm almost ready. Once I finish my makeup, I will deal with you, Roderick. Okay. He sat in there and waited for her to put her face on to do the investigation. She probably got a built-in walkie-talkie. Who is she working for? And who she got involved with to where he went to the can and she got his money, and when he come out the can, she got a leash on his ass. There's some secrets involved here. And people might not want to go that deep. This is underground news. This the liquor talking. Don't hold me accountable for none of this stuff. These allegations, speculations, blame it on the alcohol. Because I don't even know where I'm at right now. They call it spirits for a reason. And it ain't no wine. It's some straight Hennessy, man. Have mercy. Because I don't know. According to the criminal complaint, Pooh Shiesty and several co-conspirators, including the artist Big 30, allegedly kidnapped and robbed the 1017 Global Music founder under the guise of discussing. They make it seem like people in Japan and China listening to Gucci right now. Gucci! I don't think that's what's going on. It's not no global music, nothing. Like, yeah, all over the world. In Denmark, they list to Gucci. They in, again, Alaska fishing with that Gucci in the background. And they probably is. I wouldn't doubt it. They probably listening to Gucci while they fishing in Alaska because he's the global music founder under the guise of discussing the record contract. 50 Cent took the social media to mock Gucci Mane for allegedly providing information to the FBI. Let's get into this. What did he have to say? 50 Cent reacts to Gucci identifying Pooh Shiesty as one of the robbery suspects. Damn, man, I thought you was smoking on Pookie Low. Now that he old, his jokes is getting old and old. And the more y'all laugh, the more grandpa gonna keep cracking them jokes. Somebody need to tell him he ain't cool no more. That way he could take off that damn hat, put that chain back in the safe, and just be a grown-ass man. And I advise Gucci to do the same thing too. It's your responsibility as fans to critique these people and let them know that they played out or whatever the case is. Go shorty. That ain't popping in 2026. He's still speaking on Pookie Loke. We seen the verses and everything. 50 gonna have to let it go. There's bigger fish to fry here. I was looking at the case myself, and by the looks of it, with all this information and all this technology, you got to factor that in there too. Gucci is government property. This like going into the White House or doing something, or messing with some government property. And that's the difference. When you a big dog like that, when you can sign people, when you can have a brothel of young entertainers at your disposal. Gucci is like a R. Kelly in his own right. But the difference is he like them young thug boys. And you say, hell, that can't be the case because he's a married man. His wife don't have a problem with no type of zest at all. She with it. As a married woman.
My baby dog is a queen. She's rich and she's fly and she's super humble and the is smart.
She all the way with it. You can't say Gucci not a weirdo, Gucci not a freak, or whatever the case. And just because somebody's sexual orientation may be different from yours, that don't make them a weirdo or a freak. Unless they using and abusing people and not being upfront about what they got going on. That's what make a person a weirdo and a freak. But when you married to somebody like this, it don't even matter. You can do you, baby, because she gonna do her, and she don't mind you doing what you do because she all the way. Look how this man hand all on her booty. It's people out there that you don't know what the hell they got going on for real, or where they're at mentally, or what their agendas are. For the money, people are being involved in all types of shit. She might be Agent 007 on a boat with her own zesty James Bond. Look how she show up. Like she about to go on the James Bond mission. It's no telling who she working for that bag. She got Gucci money on lock. Ain't no telling how many other people money she got on lock. His cars, or everything he owns, she use it at her disposal. She get out that man's car, spending his money. He put her on the boat with other hoes. He already got other chicks on the boat. And just because he swing one way don't mean he won't swing the other way. Because a man gonna be a man. The way he got the plan laid out better than most men. Most men still trying to figure it out. At the mall putting on tight shit, hoping that it'll get them some damn women. You see a brother about to pass out, can't breathe with some hot pants on, he going home to a hot female 9 times out of 10. He put them on the boat. She hugged his other bitches. They with it. With that type of money this brother's spending, they better be friendly. Join the sisterhood, bitch. And she on a boat with the man all over the boat. Look, her eyes cocked. She going stupid over that man, talking about Gucci got mental health issues. She paint on her face, and man, I ain't gonna talk bad about the queen. But people are alleging, alligating that she the ringleader in all this madness that Gucci got going on. But that's Negro. I ain't gonna beat up on the sister like that. Cause she an easy target in the situation. It's Gucci who need his ass whooped. So we gonna talk about him. Look, Gucci Mane allegedly snitched on Pooh Shiesty. DOJ criminal complaint claims Gucci Mane reportedly worked with authorities to identify Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 as the assailants. He's scared they're gonna come back. And if they do, what he gonna do? His wife taking karate classes and stuff, she gotta figure out how to defend herself. Her man got robbed. The weak shit just got even weaker. He don't know what to do about it. Somebody ran to the police, but it's being reported they was the police all along. Okay, I'm gonna shut up about it. We got enough people in here? Cause I was just warming up the stream. What we got going on over here? Let me see. Simply Alluring is there, so you know the stream gonna be a classic. And you got Hummingbird here as well, so ain't no way we can lose. We on the right track, man. Make sure y'all do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button too. Is Gucci Mane the police? Is he a snitch? Did he tell on Pooh Shiesty? Who he been working for? Obviously, he been working for his wife. So the question is Gucci Mane's wife government informant status? I ain't about to waste no more time with this, man. I hope y'all enjoy the ride. But I gotta look into this stuff just a little bit before we get on to the main presentation. Let me figure this thing out. I'm looking for her Wikipedia. I'm trying to figure out, somebody tell me about this chick with the cosmetics and everything. This lady, she got something going on with her. It's a masculine, feminine shit, and it could be sinister. I think she's what them boys desire to be. And when they come to her broken because somebody done broke their ass. She gives them mercy. And hey, ain't no telling how deep the rabbit hole goes when she's in control of all of your assets and she's stunting with your jewelry on. And she ain't got no album out or nothing. Entrepreneur extraordinaire. She is the owner and CEO of Key Oil, which includes the popular brands Key Oil Cosmetics, Key Oil Fitness, and Key Oil Hair. She is also known for her relationship with husband Gucci Mane, which began during the 2010 video shoot, peaked with surprise proposal at a 2017 Atlanta Hawks game. So it was all that tricking Gucci was doing that got him in the worst trouble in his life. He don't trick, and ain't nothing wrong with the tricking he was doing. The Gucci I remember was a very generous man, and that's absolutely fine. He like a girl with a big booty, he'll bite him off with a bitch. And that's why people love Gucci. He'll take a chick shopping and be rubbing on her big old booty, smiling with them gold teethuses. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Especially when you a big bubble bear brother, you better break a chick off. He ain't have a problem with that. It was plenty of models, Buffy the Bodies and them big thumpers. Then they say something about the brat wife messing with Gucci. I could be wrong. There's rumors about him being with Big Booty Judy. He said Nicki Minaj rode the pole for him and Waka Flocka. Say he had Black China. Him and Waka Flocka with Black China, that wasn't nothing. Him in the back, me in her mouth. That's what he said on the text. He was throwing that money. He wasn't thinking about getting married. That's what, obviously not if he was banging all them hood rats. But she figured, hell, this man's so generous with his money. How generous could he possibly be? Who sent her in his direction? She could have been messing with one of them congressmen. She got some corporate clientele. She got some daddies that work in government that sent her on a mission that had an interest in him. Who put her on Gucci? Ain't no telling who she was rocking with or who was in her circle with. And it's all allegations and speculations. Keisha Kior and her brands have been featured in fashion, beauty, music, media outlets worldwide, MTV, BET, VH1, Bravo, Billboard, Fader, Essence, New York Fashion Week, Glamour. She might be tied in to Oprah Winfrey or Gayle King. She got some pull, some plug from somewhere. She playing the game to where she got in where she could fit in. And she taking it all the way to the max. She well connected with some people that Gucci might not be connected with. But through Gucci's lifestyle and his personal experiences, she willing to keep his secret like Jada Pinkett kept Tupac's secret. She willing to keep his secret like how Jada keep Will Smith's secret. You got women that will be your mistress, take advantage of all your affairs, and hold you down in the damn silent treatment, the secrecy factor. While you do your thing, she do her thing, ain't no big deal. Boo, don't worry, I got your secret. As long as you got me, you always gonna be safe. When they asked Jada Pinkett about the allegations, matter of fact, let me try to pull that up real quick. Y'all stay tuned, because we gotta make this make sense. Somebody working with the police. Hold on. Let me get this together. Somebody working with the feds. Let's make it make sense. Oh, here it go, right here. Oh, here it go. Look.
Hi, Miss Pinkett. You look fantastic.
All right, good to see you. We gotta go. We're blocking traffic.
Oh, we got it. Oh, we're black.
I'm black.
I'm sorry. What do you say about the allegations? There's like, like so many rumors. Anything you want to say? We suing. I know that's right.
She said we soon. She wasn't on the phone with no motherfucking body, man. She wasn't on the phone with nobody, y'all. She knew they was out there, and she knew what they wanted. They wanted to ask her about Will Smith and them booty goon allegations with Dwayne Martin. She played that off like a G. Y'all know she from Baltimore. That's our little secret. That's how we should keep it. I'm never gonna go. Hold to be a professional beard. She came out holding the cell phone, doing the G-walk, acting like she talking so she could curb this person. Look.
You look fantastic.
All right, good to see you. We gotta go.
Is them niggas twins? What type of weird shit is this, man?
We gotta go.
It's like something out of a Harry Potter movie. They standing there like they came from Waldorf or something. Two weirdos standing out there waiting.
We gotta go. We're blocking traffic.
Oh, we got it. Oh, we're black.
I'm black.
I'm sorry. What do you say?
They and her entourage. She make them dress up like that. The Double Dutch brothers.
Oh, we got it. Oh, we're black. I'm sorry. What do you say about the allegations? There's like, like so many rumors. Anything you want to say? We suing.
She spitting at the camera like Tupac. She spitting at the camera like Pac before she got in the car. Am I the only one seeing this? What is going on with it? Hold on, wait a minute, y'all. I know I ain't tripping. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this together real fast. We gonna get back to Gucci and Pooh Shiesty, I promise, but God, hold on. Wait a minute, y'all. Look.
Said there were two sides to Tupac, the wonderful side and the not so wonderful. Suge Knight's influence
She came out like Pop.
brought out the worst.
Hold on, man. Maybe it's just me. Or she had the same gangster
Oh,
whip.
we got it. Oh, we're black. I'm sorry. What do you say about the allegations? There's like, like so many rumors.
She getting her loogie ready. Look.
Anything you want to say? We suing.
She's suing. Hold on, wait.
Tupac now said,
Hey, have a good summer. Have a good summer.
Okay, I'm over it. I'm gonna leave it alone. Them soul ties run deep. That's all I'm saying, damn it. Okay, listen at this, y'all.
There was one point I had to just go on my knees and pray because it's like, he's like, I don't like you. I mean, the things he would say are really, really bad. And I just have to like take a deep breath. Like I said, I'm not talking to you right now. You want to sit here and be crazy alone? I'm not going to allow you to be crazy alone.
Yeah.
So like I have to like set a plan up. Like at one point I called his attorney, I called some bodyguards, and I just planned a whole kidnap, and we kidnapped him and took him to the hospital.
Hold on, wait. Ain't his attorney supposed to have his best interests at heart for their client when it comes to his finances? Attorneys deal with law. How they gonna break the law when it comes to their own client on behalf of his wife? Who is this chick? Who is she working for? She related to Kamala Harris? What type of fraternity for sorority she in? Who the fuck is this chick? She got enough power to make a man of the law. An attorney know what's illegal and what's not illegal. That attorney knew that kidnapping somebody was freaking illegal. But he did it for Corella to kidnap her own man. If he willing to kidnap his client for his wife, imagine what else he's willing to do financially. If he willing to break the law like that, imagine what he willing to do contractually against his client. He in a situation that's so bad to where it is a nightmare. Y'all brothers out there, you think your situation is bad. You think you under surveillance. You think you being tailed and trailed. You think you being messed with and played with. You ain't nowhere near what Gucci got going on. He corporate and he straight government. He might not even own himself. There's some Manchurian candidate, some MK Ultra going on with Gucci. That might not even, we don't even know who that is. But one thing for sure, she's in control of his assets. And not only that, his entire life. He talked to her bad. He told her, I don't like you. So kids do that when they getting abused. That's the main thing they gonna say to their abuser, to their captive. They gonna spill it one day. And she said she took a deep breath. She said, you wanna act crazy, motherfucker? I'll show you crazy. Talking about you don't like me. Okay, I got something for your. She taught him a lesson as a grown man, not to fuck with her like that. Don't you even dare talk to me like that. He called himself bossing up and speaking his mind. I don't like you. He wanted to let her know what was on his mind. And it's still on his mind. It's been on his mind. She done medicated his ass. And out of spite, she might as well have took a belt out and beat his ass. But she did him one worse. What was Gucci doing at the time he got kidnapped? And did he want to go? She said it took 7 of his bodyguards. So the Pooh Shiesty situation, not the first time he done got robbed. In his mind, subconsciously, consciously, he thinking about the next time it's going to happen again. He a victim. And when people ponder on their victimhood over and over and they can't stop thinking about it, it wind up happening again and again and again. It becomes a loop for some people. And it's looking like that's what happened with Gucci. After that traumatic experience of him getting kidnapped by his own wife, he don't know who to trust. Before Pooh Shiesty came in the studio, it could have been a peaceful thing. But his mannerisms, his behavior, Pooh Shiesty probably wanted to play with him a little bit since he was so damn nervous. Looking around the room, peeking, looking at them niggas. He probably broke down. They probably smacked him like a bitch to get him to snap out of it. This is awful, y'all.
There was one point I had to just go on my knees and pray because it's like, he's like, I don't like you. I mean, the things he would say are really, really bad. And I just have to like take a deep breath. Like I said, I'm not talking to you right now. You want to sit here and be crazy alone? I'm not going to allow you to be crazy alone.
Yeah.
So like I have to like set a plan up. Like at one point I called his attorney, I called some bodyguards, and I just planned a whole kidnap, and we kidnapped him and took him to the hospital because we could not get him to the hospital. And
But-
he was trying to fight them and everything, but it was 6
Said, I don't want to go. I don't get off me. I don't want to go. I don't want to go back. He was malfunctioning. Whatever they put on him, it was wearing off. They brought him back and said, now what they do to him when he got back to the hospital? After they done tie him up like Frankenstein. They bound him from his hands to his feet to get him back in that facility so they can work whatever they got to do with him. She orchestrated it so they can sedate him or whatever they do to him. That don't even sound like something you do to a human being. And for her to speak about it on the radio so casually, what part of what somebody make it make sense to me? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the phone number in the live chat just in case somebody want to call in and voice their opinion about this, and you got something to say. Let me put this in. Yo, get the phone lines open too. I put it in the live chat. So if you interested in speaking on this, you want to give your little 1-2 take, the phone number pinned to the top. We got to get back to this news, y'all. Y'all listening? Okay, here we go. Hold on, get it together, get it together. All right, here we go. Y'all ready? All right, let's take it.
Also tonight, a very dramatic story. You gotta listen to this one. Justice Department is laying out some details about this crime involving some big name rappers, Gucci Mane and 2 other industry pros who were apparently kidnapped and robbed, according to the Justice Department, by Pooh Shiesty, by Big 30, along with some others. A total of 9 suspects have been arrested. So here's what we know. These DOJ officials say Gucci Mane was lured into what was a fake business meeting in Dallas at a music studio that turned into what they called an armed takeover, where Mane and these others were held at gunpoint. This is back in January. They got robbed of their Rolexes, their cash, their jewelry. At one point, Gucci Mane was even basically forced to sign a release from a record label. Priscilla Thompson is joining us now. It is wild stuff, Priscilla. What else happened?
Yeah, Hallie, unbelievable, made for the movies kind of stuff. So Pooh Shiesty is signed to Gucci Mane's record label. And so this business meeting was scheduled in January at a recording studio in Dallas. And Pooh Shiesty shows up with 8 other people. You mentioned Big 30. Also, his father was among those with him. And Gucci Mane shows up with 2 people. They're all in this recording studio together. Pooh Shiesty says to Gucci Mane, can we speak privately? And he allegedly, according to this complaint, asked Gucci Mane to sign a release form that would release Pooh Shiesty from the record deal. Gucci Mane declined. They argue back and forth. Pooh Shiesty asked someone to bring him a bag and pulls out an AK-style pistol, according to this complaint, and demands that Gucci Mane sign this document releasing him from the recording deal. After that document is signed, then he goes on, Pooh Shiesty, to steal Gucci Mane's wedding ring, other jewelry, his wallet, and then the small group of individuals goes back out into the larger group that's in that recording studio, and apparently all 8 of the other men who were with Pooh Shiesty pull out guns and began demanding property from Gucci Mane and the men who were with them. So we're talking about Louis Vuitton bags, Rolexes, cash, wallets. There's even physical altercations where there are photos of people with scratches. At one point, the complaint says that there was a man who had a gun put to his head, and they believed that they were all going to be executed. But they were allowed to leave eventually, and then this investigation took place where you have all of this surveillance video in and around the recording studio, the hotels, the rental cars that were booked, and you also had some of these people posting the stolen goods on social media. But what's more, Pooh Shiesty was, according to this complaint, under home detention. So there's electronic evidence that he was at that recording studio when he...
And that's the key to the whole thing. When he signed that contract, he signed himself over to the damn government. He been property ever since. And I know he had to think about that in jail. How he even wound up going to prison. He was bought into a prison industry. He became an inmate once he signed that contract. And he was set up in Miami when they robbed him when he was on stage. It's a whole bunch of robberies going back and forth with Gucci kidnappings, all this type of criminal madness happening within this organization. So at that time when he snapped, He like, you playing with me. I already got an ankle monitor on. That's when keeping it real goes wrong because he overdid it. He put his foot into, he acted an ass up in that studio that day. And that's not what he was coming. He just wanted to get out his contract. But Gucci was playing with him. But I'm pretty sure Gucci was trying to let him know that it's not as easy as me letting you out of the contract because the contract you signed, the record label is ran by them people, man. Once you in, you can't. And he already in the system. How you gonna get out the contract when the contract is a prison contract? They working with the Rick Ross, working with the police, allegedly, man. Meek Mill, prison reform, working with Rick Ross and all. What you want them to do? You already in the system. Rather he let him out the contract or not, you screwed. You might as well stay in the contract to stay out of jail. Gucci was trying to do him a favor because Gucci ain't got no control over his own situation to be signing people out of contracts. In order for that to happen, his wife have to be present. There's paperwork and lawyers involved. He got corporate interests that handle and watch everything he do. Fucking T2 Terminator 3000. Probably not even a human being. That's how deep in he is. A political figure, a black person with a massive influence over African Americans. That's an interest that's very interesting. That type of intel, that type of property, that energy alone is enough to keep people in shambles for the next, 500 years. The ignorance he displayed when he was the real Gucci got people in the trance. Hell, that's a valuable asset. They'll put some chains around his neck and have him shining for all eternity with that negativity he put out there. And he's still living off of that juice. So, of course, they're going to jump out the window to protect this asset, allegedly. But all I'm trying to say is, when somebody got to push the go button and give anything the green light, it got to be his wife. But Pooh Shiesty didn't understand that. He was better off meeting with Gucci's wife to talk about his contract. And rather, depending on what she was trying to do, that would have been a smoother interaction. Because all he had to do was stand there and look fly and talk to her real nicely. And out of spite for Gucci, I'm pretty sure she would have let Pooh Shiesty out that deal, depending on how he came at her. But he under the impersonation that Gucci is the boss. That's where he mucked up. He should have went straight to the Queen Bee and asked to get out that damn contract. Let's not do this.
Investigators are still searching for a ninth suspect in a case involving Atlanta rapper Gucci Mane. Authorities say that he was kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint.
8 people are already under arrest across 3 cities, Memphis, Nashville, and Dallas, after what prosecutors call a coordinated armed takeover. 11 Alive's Angelina Salcido is in Atlanta with more on what was supposed to be a business meeting.
It was never about music. Federal prosecutors say that this January meeting in Dallas, Texas, was a setup from the very beginning. Prosecutors say that Atlanta rapper Gucci Mane was lured to this music studio by rapper Pooh Shiesty. And what?
No, see, that's the narrative that they're painting. That's the picture that they're painting. I'm pretty sure all them people went down there to celebrate with Pooh. That's what I'm getting from this now. Now, the first day all this stuff happened, it was shock. Gucci got robbed. It got gangsta up in there. Yes, indeed it did. But was it planned? Looking back and seeing it for what it is now, I don't think it was too much planned. I think that they just always on go. The type of people he with, they with whatever. If things would have went smooth, they was planning on celebrating down there. Depending on how that meeting went. They want to see him free from his contract. They already had something else lined up. That's why he was so eager to get out the deal. They weren't planning on going to jail. But when left, They some street dudes. It ain't like they went in the bathroom or had to find the telephone booth to turn into thug mode. Or they left the house in business suits and had a backpack just in case they had to get on some grizzly shit. That's how they like this 24/7. Having guns, that's just what they do. So if it's time to ride, they gonna ride. They knew them cameras was on. It was Pooh that acted a fool. It was supposed to be they was hoping they ready for whatever. If it get crazy, it get crazy. But we hope it don't have to get crazy. And if Gucci would have just went ahead and let that man out his contract, it wouldn't even have led to all of this. After reading the incident report for the stolen Dodge Charger Hellcat, you a fool if you buy a Hellcat and expect to pull that. You trying to go to the Dollar General, it's going to be a thug sitting on your car talking about my car, bitch, nigga. Hellcats is like the Jordans of cars. You step out with some J's on in the Hellcat. Where the basketball at? Where the weed at? You a poster boy for hood shit once you get you a Hellcat or whatever the case is. After reading the incident report for the stolen Dodge Charger Hellcat and analyzing cell phone records for Wright, Johnson, Waters, Rogers, and Gibson, investigators determined they stayed at the Comfort Inn. Damn, hold on, wait. So they was doing way too much. Everywhere they go. Texas, they was at the Comfort Inn in Texas. Comfort Inn records confirmed that Gibson paid for 4 rooms at the hotel. Investigators reviewed the surveillance footage from the Comfort Inn and observed Wright, Johnson, Waters, Rogers, Gibson, Glover, and McDaniels inside the Comfort Inn, all clad in clothing similar to what the suspects in the kidnapping and robbery appeared to be wearing. Below stills from the offense location next to the hills or whatever. Okay, let's get into that. So they went to the hotel in the lobby, eating all the danishes, drinking up all the damn coffee. They opening the sugar packs and everything in the hotel lobby, getting it popping with that free food. Then they got their rooms, and ain't no telling how much loud they was smoking up in there. So this them at the hotel after doing the stick. They came in with Damascuses. They came in the hotel with Damascuses on. That's them going to their rooms, y'all. They came in there mobbing like they fucking from the Wild Wild West. Got gun smoke all on their bodies. They ain't take that shit off before they went in the hotel. The people at the desk like, oh, here we go with this shit. You see them J's on? Man. I can't believe this. They all on camera with the book bags, with the strap. They got the work in the bag. They come in there like they about to do a drug transaction. Duffel bags and shit. Be discreet. He had the counter paying with dope money. He don't put all the work on the counter so he could get back around to his dollar bills. Oh, no. When you see them coming, just call the police, man. They a walking target. They should have told them they ain't had no more rooms for the night. Find another hotel. I'm sorry, we're all booked. Yeah. The last one came in at 4:00 and we just said, I'm so sorry for the rest of the month. We absolutely have no rooms available. I would have put on the corporate voice and told them some bullshit like that. Hey, brother, man, I do apologize, but the rooms is booked. Yeah, man. And plus the police, they staying here. Some event the police got going on and the rooms is booked. So, yeah, man, it's about 15, 16,000 police officers on the way, but we got about 45 of them booked in these rooms because they're going to be used. You see that conference room over there? Yeah, that's where the police going to be at, and they investigating and stuff. I had to leave my little bit of weed at home. You know what I'm saying, brother? I would have talked their asses clean out the damn hotel. Look, on January 16, 2026, the AFIS quality latent prints lifted from the crime scene were run through AFIS, that same day, a PDP forensic fingerprint expert received hit notifications that laden prints from one red Solo cup were identified as the left ring finger of Gibson, and they took the cups from the lobby. They took that cup from the lobby. And when he got the text message confirming, once they ran it through the system, the AFI and the DPT, they found out that he was down with OPP. All right, enough of the corny jokes, man. I thought we had some old heads in the building. I'm going to just go ahead and quit with the jokes. Because I ain't see nobody hit the like button or nothing. What's going on? I need y'all to hit them likes. And for the people leaving the comments, so much love for y'all. It's Just Say Jade on Join the Channel. Simply a Learn on Join the Channel. Hummingbird, join the channel. Victoria done join the channel. You see all the members? I don't know why you waiting. You might as well get down with a winning team. Now's the time, man. You see them all lined up in a row. They done joined the channel. And we trying to figure out what the hell is going on with Gucci. If you ask me, Gucci is not a person anymore. Whatever's going on with him, you gotta ask what in the world is going on with his wife. She running the show, and everybody can see it for what it is.
I we're going back. I'm just saying, I got to be one of the smartest in hip hop history. Yeah. I got to be. I'm not. The boy predict everything by. I predicted the fall of YSL. Yeah. I just know how to analyze, assess, and make observations, quick observations. If all the police, I pull their ass over. Yeah, all the in there sweating with the windows down. Yeah, you can't tell if them are African. Yeah, I pull their ass over the chick. And it sound like Gucci cooperated. It sound like the victim. Gucci was a victim.
This man so high, he driving with his knees on the expressway with a dash cam. Somebody need to pull his ass, so he ought to go to jail for this. Who he working for? You got all these snitches. They calling him Rat Williams in the street. You got all these snitches jumping out the woodwork. You got 50 Cent speaking on it. You got Charleston White smoking weed, driving with his knees in the fast lane, going 40 miles per hour like he above the law, speaking on somebody being the snitch. If they pull him over, they'll probably bow in America when they see him. And Mr. Charleston White, you're doing a great service. Like, I know I'm doing a great service. Them niggas love me. Like, I don't understand for the life of me why, but it's a good thing.
And gave his testimony. Come on over here with me, Gucci. It's all right. It's all right to go and be civilian. Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on over here with me, Gucci. Press charges on their ass to the full extent of the law. That's how you get to. Now, I don't hear nobody telling Gucci not to press charges like they trying to convince me not to press charges on Thug. I don't hear nobody calling Gucci a hoe ass.
Is he even driving? He ain't got no seatbelt on. He not even looking at the road. Is that a green screen? What type of he got going?
For pressing charges? They done put somebody down there in a coma, holding like Suge Knight, holding that boy upside down over the balcony, that Vanilla Ice boy. I signed the contract. I look there, man, that's like, yeah. Pooh Shiesty done come out here acting like Red on 5 Heartbeats. Yeah, say, you know what that is? Say the boy done come out here acting like Red.
If he crash, he'll probably keep on talking. He might be a robot his damn self, man. Look at Uncle Ruckus, T2, 35,000. We don't know what's going on out here, man. Who's who or what's what. It'd be some unbelievable shit happening out there in society. That's not even humane. Maybe they not human.
I ain't got common sense. So how many times on here have I told y'all I'm not getting no artist because I don't want to get and end up in no stupid shit? How many times have I came on this motherfucker and say, man, you know what? I like this piece I have. Well, I'm in safe places. I ain't got to put myself in these dangers. You get...
This man look like a Satanist. With them damn Hulk Hogan shades on, man. What the hell Slim Thug got going on? He don't look like a God-fearing man. Something is demonic about his... Look at his beard. Why would he roam the streets like that? His horns go upside down. What type of shit is he into? He look like a sinister man. Like he all about the devil. If you ask him personally, man. You go to his house and you stand the night, you better leave all the lights on. Cause if he walking around looking like that, you living with Count Blackula. Protect your neck, kid. You better have that Wu-Tang on your damn AirPods. When you around, protect your neck. He go for the juggler. Look at him.
Slim, you a genius by not signing artists. Look at Gucci Mane struggles.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
I don't be thinking people understand my I'm glad somebody see it. I know a lot of people ain't got common sense. So how many times on here have I told y'all I'm not getting no artist because I don't want to get and end up in no stupid shit? How many times have I came on this motherfucker and say, man, you know what? I like this piece I have. Well, I'm in safe places. I ain't got to put myself in these dangers. You get the fucking with some gangster shit gonna be happening. Is that money worth it when you already get money? Nah, man, your piece is important, man. That's crazy. But that's how life goes. That's what happens. This is where we at. And how many times have I told y'all this? How many times have I told y'all, man, you know what? I give back like this. I stay on this motherfucker and talk to y'all from right here. I give you all the game from right here. I'm not fucking with y'all crazy motherfuckers these days, man. You try to help a motherfucker end up getting robbed is crazy.
Yeah, well, if that's how he looking at it, I'm pretty sure he looking at it like that for a reason. With the shirt, the beard, and the Hulk Hogan glasses, we don't know what club he a part of or how. He down there in Texas where the robbery took place. The last time I checked, Takeoff got killed in Texas in a mall or something like that, and they still ain't figured out exactly what happened. Even though they had all the surveillance, they had more surveillance on Takeoff than they had on Gucci. And they done already napped up all 8 of the dudes. We know for a fact who was with Quavo and Takeoff. We know every last dude that was in the circle when them shots went off, but they still trying to figure out. And there was a bunch of witnesses around that seen everything with Takeoff. And he still ain't got no justice like that. So when they in accordance or when they linked up or clicked up in Texas, hell, either you with the gang or you not. And they clearly with the gang. You know, when people talk about hip hop cops, that's a New York term. And it really started during the 50 Cent era. People really started speaking about the hip hop cops around the time 50 came on the scene. I remember reading Prodigy's book, and he was talking about how they had run-ins with the hip hop cops. They be dudes in the club with chains on. They got the jewels, they got the Lambos, they got the girls, and you figure they some D-boys or whatever the case, but they hip hop cops. All them chains, all them cars, all the Lambos, that shit government, federal. Prime example. Let me show y'all something real quick, and y'all make it make sense for me. Hold on, what's her name? Let me get it. Yeah. What's the guy? Let's get this together for everybody out there. Okay, Clarissa Shields got caught cheating on Papoose. And one of the dudes she was cheating with was one of 50 Cent hip-hop cop buddies. Now the dude, I'm trying to get the dude name. But what's his name? Something. She was cheating with the hip-hop cop, basically. Remy Ma making the movie about hip-hop cops. The Rick Ross movie. They shut that down. That's what's going on in a circle. The dude was telling 50 what he was doing. 50 probably put the dude on Clarissa just to get some intel or whatever. Hold on, look.
Of having the caption, not the rapper and his partner Pooh's by.
What's the nigga name? That's all I want to know. The hip hop dude. We'll get back to that on another video, but y'all know what I'm getting at here. When it comes to people in the entertainment industry, and they monopolized and colonized and, under a dominion, which only makes sense when you're working with that type of paper. You figure you got handlers, because you might take the money and do some more Marcus Garvey. And even Marcus Garvey was working with the people. Matter of fact, since we talking about it, oh man, I don't want to put the Klan or nothing like that on my video, but y'all wonder why. Okay, this is what we gonna do so we can get a better understanding of what's going on here. Hold on, nope. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like. The reason why Dr. Umar Johnson is so jacked up in the game and why his business is so shiesty, according to a lot of people out there, no disrespect to Dr. Umar. Shout out to him and his fans and supporters. Dr. Umar Johnson says the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy of Wilmington, those two names together is not a good look. Them, historically, they paint a beautiful picture and everything, but in all reality, them two names together is only going to cause for somebody to be like Dr. Umar Johnson as far as the public is concerned when it comes to finances and things like that. But if you don't know, you just don't know. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is that these people, even from a long historical standpoint like that, always had handlers. They always had handlers, man. Look, Marcus Garvey and Weiss, they got documentaries out about this man. He was their boy for the most part. Booker T. Washington, E.B. Du Bois. If there's money to be had and your face ain't printed on it and you want it, you better go see the person who printed on the damn dollar bill. Every last one of them. Marcus Garvey versus the government, built the Black Global Movement and all this bull. They was all on the same team. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? So when you fast forward to 2026 and you have a person, no, I'm going to do y'all one better. Hold on. Since we talking about it. Yo, back in the day, they would have like a squawk box. They'll be on the corner, standing on the box with a microphone just talking. That's how they used to do it. Before it was a hip hop booth or an album, people used to spit their game on the corner to whoever would listen. And if you talking some good shit, before you know it, it'd be a crowd of people surrounding you while you on that corner, on your squawk box, agreeing and putting money in your basket, hitting your Cash App in the 1920s. That's how they would do it, outside. Before rap came into the picture. This is one of the oldest forms of art, and some people still doing it. This man found something to stand on to make him look taller than everybody else so he could preach whatever he feel like he the messenger of preaching. And if you get enough followers, enough subscribers, enough likes, Before you know it, you on to the big leagues. You done made a name for yourself. That was the goal. That was the mission. 2026, you got a rapper like Gucci Mane that got everybody's attention. People listening to his words, taking it as truths. And this woman come in and swoop up all of his gatherings. He gave her every dime of his money before he went to jail. And when he made it out of jail, what was the real Gucci going through? He was losing his mind up in there. I doubt if he willingly signed that money over to this woman like how she claiming. He probably gave her a little something, gave her an inch, and she took a whole mile. Before you know it, it's the saddest story in hip hop history, if you ask me. If these allegations are true, because they're saying that this man is out there snitching, and worse. Do y'all feel what I'm saying here, man? We're about to get back into the news. I just wanted to run that by y'all real fast. Okay, here we go. Listen to this.
Should not have been. He should have.
Into what was a fake business meeting in Dallas at a music studio that turned into what they called an armed takeover, where Maine and these others were held at gunpoint. This is back in January. They got robbed of their Rolexes, their cash, their jewelry. At one point, Gucci Mane was even basically forced to sign a release from a record label. Priscilla Thompson is joining us now. It is wild stuff, Priscilla. What else happened?
Yeah, Hallie, unbelievable, made for the movies kind of stuff. So Pooh Shiesty is signed to Gucci Mane's record label. And so this business meeting was scheduled in January at a recording studio in Dallas. And Pooh Shiesty shows up with 8 other people. You mentioned Big 30. Also, his father was among those with him. And Gucci Mane shows up with 2 people. They're all in this recording studio together. Pooh Shiesty says to Gucci Mane, "Can we speak privately?"
No, see, this not right. They need hood people reporting on hood news at these news places. They can't cover this type of stuff because they not about that life to fully go into these details and they can't make it make sense. They can't see it from the standpoint of somebody that been in that life. And I don't know what this woman done been through, but her corporate job got her super duper corporate. And I ain't gonna talk bad about her, none of that. But I'm saying she got a professional job to do. And a lot of times when you doing it professional like that, you too busy focusing on the professionalism and you're not even dealing with the reality of the possibilities of what could have happened. And that's why we do the Henny Show or the Henny Flow, whatever you want to call it. Because this situation is a whole lot deeper than him going to a studio trying to rob somebody. It's some psychological warfare going on here. And by the tunes of his wife, it's been going on for a long time with Gucci. It's a pattern that she created when she kidnapped him the first time. This might not be the last time. He's expecting it from now on. He's a whore for a kidnapping. He probably standing in front of Walmart right now, waiting for a van to pull up. He just never know when it's coming. He probably go outside smoking a cigarette, waiting for the embrace of the bag to go over his head. Getting thrown into a van, took into a hospital, kicking and screaming. They don't restrain you. He mad. Can you imagine his face? When they bound him, his lawyer, his bodyguards, and she standing there telling him what to do. She looking him in his eyes like, yeah, bitch, you got the wrong one because I ain't playing with you. I own your ass. Bound him from his hand to his feet, put some duct tape over his mouth, put the hood over his head. They planned to kidnap. They was plotting behind his back. He didn't even know that they was getting ready to get him. His 12 disciples, all 12 of them is Judases. And they took him to the hospital. He didn't know where he was going. He probably was thinking they was taking him somewhere to kill him because he told his wife that he don't like her that day. By him expressing his feelings towards her was enough for her to call a damn, get the law involved, call the lawyer. Because if he die, I need an alibi. Either way, I want his money. Drag you into the hospital kicking and screaming. And when you get in there, what the hell do you take them to the ER? What type of hospital do you take somebody to when you don't kidnap them? You can't take him into the ER with duct tape. Y'all, he tied up. What y'all gonna tell the people at the desk? We kidnapped this man because he needs some mental evaluations. They gonna do? Put a shot of Benadryl in his brain because he said he don't like somebody? What hospital did they take him to? Probably took him back to the lab. Take him back to the laboratory so they could run some tests. If something ain't acting right, this nigga glitching again. They updated his Siri to get him to act right. It's crazy. I'm over here stuck that she would even say something like this on the radio, y'all.
There was one point I had to just go on my knees and pray because it's like, he's like, I don't like you. I mean, the things he would say are really, really bad. And I just have to like take a deep breath. Like I said, I'm not talking to you right now. You want to sit here and be crazy alone? I'm not going to allow you to be crazy alone.
Yeah.
She said she had to go and get on her knees and pray over that man. She put the word on him. She called on a higher power to deal with Gucci. She said, I don't even have to deal with this man. I'm going to go to a higher source. Whatever she put on him or got going on with him spiritually, oh, man. This won't be the last time unless he just get out the game completely. But they're going to have to figure out a way to make him hot or warm him up to the public with these type of allegations out there about him, unless it's probably bigger than him now. It don't have nothing. The public don't have the power or control to orchestrate or dictate anything at this point. People don't already drink the juice. And that's all it really takes. Once you hit the crack, it's over. And seeing how many fans this man have, once you grin you in, they already on lock. Thank God I never took an interest to Gucci. When I seen the So Icy video and saw that 40-plus old man trying to be fly, then all of a sudden, man, he could have been a clone or some paperwork when he first got started. Look at this. All right, let's just go through it, man. That's what we're going to do real quick so we can get a better understanding of who and what this man is. Look at the Fugazi chain. But that was all right. Yo, hello. Who this is, man?
Hey, good morning. This is Simply Lauren.
Oh, good morning. Lauren is in the building. So glad you called in. What's on your mind?
It's this movie called The Weapons. It just came out, I think, earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
It was like on, not Hulu. I want to say, well, it's just out anyway. It's a real good movie, right? Mm-hmm. So pertaining to Keisha K. Orr and Gucci Mane, like it's given like that, like she snapped her finger or something, or you put this stuff together and the kids and all this stuff snap back into play. That's the whole movie and the premise. It was like some type of, I don't want to like give it away. It's a real good movie, but it's like you can probably see some of the clips from it. I don't know if you've seen it before, but it's like that. It's given like she reprogrammed him or something, and he was like snapping in that moment, and she not really giving details, but it's given like, I believe, I don't know, I'm going to get weird, and I'm going to get out the line, but I feel like clones are real. I feel like human clones are real, and I feel like it's a tether of the soul, and I think that that's where the whole movie, Us, was about. Like, she got a clone of her, and the clone still shares the spirit or the soul of the person. So, like, Gucci Mane may originally be dead, but there is some aspect of him in whatever clone this is. And whatever the clone got going on will take on the will of the person still. And that's why they have a problem with dealing with clones. So for me, I feel like that man was literally like, who is you? Bitch, I'm sorry. You ain't finna tell me this. You ain't finna tell me that. Boo, boo, boo. And I'm about to snap on you. Prop was about to hit her. And then she's like, I'm finna get you back in the program. That's what it's giving.
Without a doubt. That's what it's giving to me too. It's looking like she got full control. Somebody gave her the keys. Well, actually, he gave her the keys once he gave her that money. So when whatever transpired with him in jail, but I'm starting to think that she was sent to him to begin with, to work him, to get in with him, and she probably did a lot of manipulation before he went to jail. In order for him to want to give his money to her, she had to be on manipulating him in ways to where.
That's not the same Gucci. Like a man can change, right? We can agree. Like a man over time will change in different environments or whatever, or exposure, depending on, you know what I'm saying, how your mind made up, what's going on with you, whatever circumstances lead to different people. You know what I'm saying? They say that people change like every 7 years. You're a different person, right? So boom, but nobody changes that drastically in such a short amount of time frame. The Gucci that we knew was very misogynistic, very like, I don't care about slapping a female. It's nothing. You get what I'm saying? So to go from that to I'm Captain Saver, like let's say like after Gotti was messing with her, he was legit. Yeah, the real Gucci did meet you and was on that type of time before he was in jail. I do not believe Gucci put his entire life savings with nobody, no matter how dedicated you was, and then you accumulate this much wealth off of a waist trainer, and then you come out of the situation, you control everything that man say, everything he do, the way he moved, the contracts he signed, etc. Like there is no way, no man is going to change that much because he in love.
Hey, make this make sense for me. I've seen shows like with overweight couples, and they be fat and they work out and they lose the weight. And a lot of times once they get to their destination weight, they look at each other and say, I don't want to do this more. They say, I'm free. I don't want to be with you no more. I'm slim, I'm fit, I look good, I got it going on. I'm about to go live my life. So for Gucci to be the way he was with the pot belly, then he get all fit and he come home and he's tamed. You figure, hell, you got a six. Right, you Gucci Mane with a 6-pack, you gonna be full throttle with the ladies. Why would he tie himself down?
You on point. That's why they call you Blaze. Like you not smoking. Any female I've been friends with that had a bunch of weight on them, I'm like, hey, Slim, you drop that weight, don't change, don't get too much, because you're going to have a different type of attention on you. So, but I know what to do. It ain't nothing. Even Lizzo came out and was like, I didn't know what to do, boo, 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 and I didn't know guys, that's a whole different thing, and even that's cap, man, you know what you're doing when you lose that weight and whatever, and even with a man, you done got fine as hell. Surgery or not, you done got fine as hell, and you mean to tell me you just really like, unless you solid as a mug, usually sickness and stuff like that will make somebody be like, you know what, this person was down for me, this, that, and the other, whatever, I don't give a fuck, you know, excuse my language, of like how I look or whatever, I'm going to be down with this person. But that is drastic from him to go body change, mind change, and I'm going to stick with you, but I don't want to mess with my mama. I don't want to mess with my parents and all this type of stuff. That's still stuck the same? No, ma'am. If that was the case, he would have been completely 360, like, let me kumbaya, Sadate, everybody cool, right? No, it wasn't like that. It's given some type, you got something going on, some different type of technology. I don't understand. The same thing with Gay, kind of going in and out or whatever, that person's still intact. We ain't never accused him of being clowned and no stuff like that. But this is literally weird. And it's like everybody know except for us. And something Pooh Shiesty knew, whereas you knew to bring them niggas up, them dudes around to be like, hey, if something pop off, y'all go off instinct. You know what I'm saying? Basically do whatever you feel necessary. But whatever's going on with them, I don't know if it's Jamaican witchcraft. I don't know if she got a voodoo lady somewhere, or a voodoo lady in New Orleans. I don't know if it's governmental programming. I don't know if it's them people that be drinking the blood with Jay-Z. I don't know who it is, but somebody involved, and that man is not all the way there. But when you keep canning that play, that is a good play on that Breakfast Club stuff, because she's not giving concerned wife, is giving, this was an inconvenience for me. I got it together. I pushed the button. I do this. You come to me. It's given. She just really has the interview. It's a platform that if you want to go through Gucci, to Gucci. You got to come through me. Well,
to her credit, the Gucci before had a lot of bad energy around him. So that means if he go from Aunt Deb, he went from Aunt Deb to Keisha Kior. So there's a pattern here. Once you look at it from that perspective, Aunt Dev had a roster, including her son. She had Gucci on there. She had Nicki Minaj, and they all mentally damaged. You see how damaged Nicki Minaj is with the Roman and all that. Talking about her family got molestations all in.
$60 a night.
Yeah,
$60 a night room. He talking about he poking you in a $60 a night room.
In Aunt Deb's camp. They was in Camp Deb at the time. So he was a child on her, a disturbed child on her roster that she used to, for the entertainment industry or whatever. She left New York, went to Atlanta, put together a roster of misfits in order to get, that's like a Corella DeVille in her own right. So he left Aunt Deb.
Getting some puppies. Yeah.
And found himself another madam, but this madam is way more sinister than Aunt Deb.
It's different level. I mean, being spiritually corrupt. I mean, Aunt Deb, she just a hood chick from New York or whatever. She don't really mean no harm. It's like, you want to eat? I mean, I'm going to eat. We going to eat.
No, that's where you wrong. That's where you wrong. Aunt Deb is she not just some hood chick from New York. Aunt Deb is crack royalty. She been in the game. She been in the game on a deeper level than most people could ever get into. She done seen the ins and outs. I'm pretty sure they was riding her wave. They was riding her wave when it came to street credibility.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought she was just like real good promoter.
No, Aunt Deb was. She was moving packs back in the day.
Oh, that's how you got their respect. I thought it was just Big Mama. We respect Big Mama. You know what I'm saying?
That shit they rap about, the stuff they rapping about.
Okay, it make more sense now. Yeah.
The stuff they rapping about, Aunt Deb done already did that, man. She don't play them blocks. She done been on them streets. She done moved them. No, she a real hood chick. She the truth.
Oh God. Okay. Well, I stand corrected. You got me stuck on that one. I'm like, dang, I thought, what, Aunt Deb, man? She's like a sweet lady. I didn't know she was moving them bricks for real.
That's the real Brick Squad.
Okay. Well, damn. Oh, okay. Well, that's...
So Gucci...
Well, I mean, in that case...
The point I'm trying to make is Gucci used to being dominated by boss chicks.
No. He wasn't... I mean, I don't think even with Aunt Deb, like, y'all, like, partners or whatever, and if she wasn't helping him in the way she was, like, he wouldn't respect her like that, but... With Keisha Kior, I just think, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he like cute chicks or whatever. So ultimately, like, he was jocking her on that video set or whatever, and he wanted her to be his video girl. And, like, it's ironic a little bit immediately almost after that, you go to jail and get locked up, and now you stuck with her. And then she a chick that came from Yo Gotti. I remember seeing visible pictures with her and Gotti somewhere in Florida. They on vacation or whatever before filters were invented and all the chicks started getting BBLs, right? And he had beat her up, and she was still taking pictures with her eyes swollen. And then a little bit after that, y'all broke up, and she got with Gucci. I remember this is before, like when World Star, hip hop was still popping and stuff,
Yo, for the people out there, man, let me talk to y'all real quick. Gucci had mommy issues like a lot of men do. And he said he had a strained relationship with his mother. Ain't no telling how that went. And by the look, rest in peace to his beautiful mother. He looked just like his mama and everything. She passed, but she seemed like she was a boss chick, her damn self. So he left his mama and got with Aunt Deb. That became his, he looked at her like that was his mother figure. She was an older woman or whatever, street smart and all that. There was a perfect fit. He felt at home with Mama Deb. When that relationship went sour, he wind up with the Keisha Kior chick, and this is the worst one of them all. A lot of times they say 3 times a fool. He on his third strike when it comes to this. And I think it stemmed from, his child. Ain't no telling what happened with his childhood.
Ain't no doubt about it.
But the way he chooses, in order for him to give that woman all of his money, and trust her like that off the rip, she had mind control over him stemming from his mommy issues.
I think so. But we still talking about the clone that came out of jail.
We don't know what the hell he is right now. They probably went past the clone phase. He could be a straight up robot. An android at this point.
I'm just saying, I don't think that she organically has a hold on anybody. I feel like it's either spiritually you into something or it's like something deeper. Like, do you believe in MK Ultra or just like somebody having the ability to be a mature?
What if that's what's left of his tether? Is that trauma? You know, the other man, the brash, courageous man, that aspect of him is gone. All that's left is the tether, and she gotta he's under her full control.
I mean, I think that he is under her full control, but just like with Kanye West and everything, like these people be going in and out of hospitals or whatever. Then when they come out of hospitals, they whole mind change or mood change or whatever. And the same stuff that you was popping ain't the same, just like with Britney Spears or anybody else who had these quote unquote mental breakdowns. But to me, like, I think with the world, like, we focused in on this situation for a reason. Ain't nobody else out here calling everybody else a bunch of clowns for a reason. Why are we targeting you? There is something wrong over here, and there's a reason. First of all, even if y'all did get together and it was a monogamous relationship or whatever, I don't see that man legitimately getting married and going through the whole love and hip hop, he didn't never cared about that type of situation. Like I said, I don't believe that jail would have changed him, and then your tattoos match up, all type of stuff. I believe like he's either a Manchurian candidate or something like that to do with her, or it's spiritual. It's some woo stuff, like some voodoo.
Where is she keeping it, man? You think it's under his bed? You think she got that shit in the backyard buried?
You need to see that movie. You need to see that movie. She probably got a stick she snap. You know what I'm saying? She probably got a bell she bring. She probably put something in the food. I don't know how you get to a person or whatever. Just like a hypnotist. Like I said, Jordan,
the Get Out movie.
Get Out, Us. There's all kind of ways to manipulate a mind. Right now, you can go and see a past life regressionist have you lay down, and they'll quote unquote go through your past life in order to get your stuff together. In this one, what am I saying? Hypnotists. Even like right now, you can go up on the FBI. They have a list of things that they deal with astral travel, mind control, all kind of different stuff. So I don't know how deep this goes, but it makes me feel like something that's going on, and there was an effort to keep him alive or him to be part of some type of test subject. But they always say that in prison they have these tests, and those prisoners can't disagree or agree or deny certain stuff. You get additional commissary for these different things, different tests they do on your blood. You know, some people doing to you.
Like the Tuskegee experiments and all that.
That too. Or just like with Black Mirror, like, you're in jail. You don't know what's going on. I mean, or somebody's presenting some additional technology and they don't want to have human test rats. But prisoners, I mean, you somebody who did this and did that. I can do anything to you. I feel like this was going on with Gucci, but every now and again he clicks back in and out. But whatever this last stage is, you ain't clicked out in a while.
Yeah, they fixed him real good on that one. They fixed his ass.
Yeah, and you've been killing your artist ever since, to me. So whatever's going on, like I said, back down with Pooh Shiesty, I was doing and showing a light over here on how this even started to where you're dealing with this lady, you signing all these people, she constantly getting paid. She constantly, her whole life is totally different, but you don't have any parents anymore. You were estranged from the people that you used to deal with. It's very interesting to look at, but ultimately I think she's like a witch or a handler or something.
Well,
that's what she was put on him.
I'm thinking that she's a host of some type of evil, because the people that's around him that gravitates towards him, they wind up getting caught up in the worst type of cosmic slop you could think of. It's some bad energy. If you just wanted to deal with energy alone, as far as him and his world and what he got going on, there's some terrible energy there. And you can talk about Keisha Kior, his wife or whatever, but I'm starting to see that the problems is rooted deeper than that. Whatever his relationship with his mama was, he was in the interview talking about his mother tried to do him like Britney Spears' parents tried to do. So what did Britney Spears' parents do that Gucci mom tried to do to him?
I'm trying to figure out. I wonder what that's about.
I'm about to look it up, man, because he definitely said it in the interview.
Was he a child star? Was he trying to be in the music industry as a child?
Hold on.
Because I'm like, from what I'm understanding, you was just in the streets as a kid. Like, you was still trying to figure it out, selling dope. I think he went to college for a second, then he dropped out or something. I'm not sure, or unless that was a rumor. But I don't remember him being on no child store or no, like, you a gymnast. I don't remember nothing like that. So unless you talk about touching on people, jumping, that type of situation, I'm like, I don't get that either.
Wow. Yeah, man, it's some weird shit going on in his childhood. Hold on, let me see.
But nah, mama was definitely messed up. But I mean, that's Negro here or there. I mean, it just get me to the point where he sees women as infallible and he feel like beating on you, hitting on you, whatever, it ain't gonna hurt because my mama can take it. Type situation. My mama's tough like that. You know what I'm saying? That type of situation. That's how I take it with that. So I'm a big advocate for, you know, women and stuff like that, but even that, I'm like overlooking it, like terms and conditions. I'm like, okay, based off of what you came into and based off of what you present to Gucci, you know what I'm saying, that's how he gonna react and move. But besides that, I don't think that's that dude that likes to rap outside in the dark, with the shirt off, and, you know, be sweating and just, you know, looking in the mirror, looking in the camera and stuff and just rapping whatever. Like, dude just like making his music like that. So the fact that we don't even see that, like you just vibing in the studio, just doing your thing, this is like her lifestyle, hanging on yachts and doing all this weird stuff. Like, I could never see him doing that, even with his money. He gonna, you know, put ice cream on his face, stuff like that. But not that girl is like a witch or she evil or something.
Hold on, Britney Spears grew up. They said Britney Spears grew up in Kentwood, Louisiana, with 2 siblings and a cold father. So they was down there in them bayous in Louisiana with the mosquitoes biting all over their ass. Britney Spears was born in Kentwood, Louisiana in December 1981, the second of 3 children. When Britney Spears was born, Jamie and Lynn Spears had just reunited after Lynn Spears filed for divorce and the temporary restraining order. Damn, she was born into chaos. Britney Spears says her childhood home environment was tense. When I was growing up, my mother and father fought constantly. He was an alcoholic. I was usually scared in my home. Outside wasn't necessarily heaven either, but it was my world. Call it heaven or hell, it was mine. Lynn Spears corroborates this account in her own memoir, writing she spent time trying to maintain Jamie's drinking at a reasonable level, she writes. We worked harder at controlling his alcohol consumption than we did maintaining our marriage. So she came from a, it was rough for them coming up. And she came up on some bread. So my question is, was her family trying to get in her pocket? Spears' parents were intimately present after she got famous. So once she blew, her parents, they was on a good foot. Well, I don't know about all that, but, you know, they was present. Spears' parents divorced or whatever. So she put her family first when her dad suffered health issues in 2018 going on and all that stuff. So it's a possibility that Gucci saw something in Britney Spears' story that made him even hate his mother worse. It reminded him of himself. Why would he be likening himself to Britney Spears in the first place?
That is odd in itself. I think that it was just on like Hollywood weird stuff when he was on some, you know, that type of stuff. But ultimately, I get it now that you done read it. It's like, you on dope, you was never there for me. This one on dope, you was never there for me. You got a different type of addiction. I'm literally raising both of y'all. You helping your mama through addiction as a baby that needs her support, that's crazy to me. Then as soon as you blow up and you still a child, because Britney blew up at 16. You know what I'm saying? So y'all basically did not raise her, and y'all ate off her money, and that's where she was on conservatorships and all that type of stuff or whatever. It is what it is, but I mean, he gave them dust. Like, he didn't support his mama or his daddy or whatever. Like, he just like, nah, y'all ain't gonna eat off me after you weren't there for me.
Hold on. Let me see what he said. Okay. Gucci Mane has a long strained and estranged relationship with his mother, which he addressed in his 2025 memoir and music. Reports indicate deep family divisions, including claims of his brother that were not invited to Gucci's wedding. His mother reportedly struggled to recognize him after his personal transformation. Key details about their relationship include estrangement. Gucci Mane has publicly discussed the emotional weight and long strained relationship with his mother. Wedding exclusion. His brother claimed both he and their mother were not invited to Gucci Mane's wedding to Keisha Kior. Lack of recognition. Reports suggest his mother felt the person he became was not the same son she knew, according to insight shared by Mag Breezy. Memoir details. Hold on, get this together. In 2025 projects, including his memoir episodes, he explores these family struggles, focusing on personal growth and healing. So that ain't, his mother didn't acknowledge him as her son.
Exactly. And that's why she had to go. I mean, how long was it after that wedding that she passed away? Do you know?
It wasn't that long after.
On my soul. So come on now, you won't believe a coincidence around here. Like something ain't clinked in the milk. You feel me? So it just seemed conveniently, anybody who can recognize the birthmarks, recognize any scars. You know how it is when you know somebody. Just like if somebody passed away, you can tell when they in that casket how they look, what's on their hand, what's on their leg, what's on the stomach, and you can identify when you go to the morgue. You know what I'm saying? Like who this person is, right? If I can't look at your body and tell, you know what I'm saying, or she'll be the one, right? So like,
that's his mama.
All you people know, you gotta get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? You know this mother, you know this MF from the rooter to the tutor, from their toenails on up to their head. You know the back of their mouth, all that. You can recognize them. Same thing with your lover. Your lover gonna recognize. Same thing with that girl. She got beat up, popped upside her head, but she know that ain't Gucci.
Recently found out that
hold on, listen to this,
mother, Mrs. Vicky Davis, passed a couple of months ago. And I found out that he did not attend the funeral. And I was like, wow, when I covered
damn, man. By looking, the more you look into this, Lauren, the more you think about it, we don't know how long this man been a damn clone. He could have been cloned out when he was popping back in the day. He probably, who knows how deep this go. He probably came into the industry as a damn plant. And they just tweaked him over the years.
Plant and a clone, that's different. Like you in this joint like a plant, that's a little different.
A plant that's already a clone. They probably, once he got involved, they probably, ain't no telling what he got involved in order.
Right, you're right, because I don't know that for in a paint. So, I mean, just because I seen him around the Boots area, you could be anybody, so you might just be a metamorphosized clone.
In the beginning of his first video, he got the police with the FBI file on him, and they talking about get me Gucci Mane. So his first video was about agents looking to come get him and capture him because they got an interest in his ass. So he pre-manifested all of this stuff he got going on.
He helps to ruin the hood. Honest, he helped to bring down Atlanta worse than it already was. It went from Andre 3000. They had a different type of vibe with the Goody Mob and them folks or whatever. It's a different type of vibe, different type of ATL something. It's kind of cool. Gucci made stuff dark. You know what I'm saying? Gucci brought the murder, the stealing element into the hip hop. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are not here because of their rap. So I ain't gonna hold you. You might be on some. I don't know if you intentionally went their way, but he might be a little plant.
Yeah, man. Well, one thing for sure, somebody provided a whole lot of information about what happened because it happened in January. It's really starting to pop off in April. So I don't know how long they've been investigating or how long they've been looking into this, but somebody hit the green light and it's on and popping. But you figure they had to know the streets was going to be talking. They had to know it was going to be snitch allegations and everything. So but at the same time, somebody like Pooh Shiesty being arrested again after just coming home from jail, it was going to make a big splash. So I'm pretty sure the reason why it took so long, they probably was weighing to see how can we handle this situation without making Gucci look like an informant. It's some cold-blooded stuff, man. We've been booed up on how long we been on? It's been over a half an hour, man. Your conversation is everything. You've been blowing spit, but you ain't blow your nose now one time since we've been on the phone and everything. I'm going to let you go take care of that. Real talk. And we ain't got nothing but love for you, Lauren. We're going to holler at you, man. Thank us so much for a call. and thank this person for leaving the comment with the money on it. He said it takes a lot of money to clone someone. You think they're gonna spend that money and knowledge on making a second Gucci Mane? How much money? Money not an issue when it comes to, you make it seem like you got to put down the deposit, put a clone on layaway or whatever. If you got clone money, then money ain't an issue. And if it was, then hell, they need to put it on the market if it's about money. It'll already be set. Because people are easily influenced by the internet, by social media and things like that. So depending on the interest, you know, if there's interest in something, that means that there's interest in something. And there may be an interest in that interest. And depending on what type of interest is in that interest, then they will have an interest in owning that asset straight outright. They don't want to give you a contract and tell you this amount of albums. How about they just buy you outright? Well, a lot of people don't even know that they being bought outright. I want to do a video so bad, and I'm going to wind up doing it, but I got to make sure I do it the right way, about Bernie Mac. And let me tell y'all what I'm pondering. The rumor is the Mac man was exposed to clones. They saying Bernie seen some and he wasn't with it. Steve, all of them seen it. They knew what was going on, but Bernie, he wasn't feeling it. What the hell going on? I don't like this. Who's this supposed to be? That look just like me. Oh, Lord, have mercy. They introduced Bernie Mac to Bernie Mac. And he ain't like it not one bit. They figured he would be with it since he crossed over, got a big TV show, doing movies and stuff. I crossed over on the other side of the track, doing big things now. I'm on a different level now. I ain't no damn pool hall comedian. Bernie wasn't feeling it, man. And they said he got so paranoid and so freaked out by it all that they decided that, hey, we're going to have to let this. He not the type of brother to expose to no shit like this. What the fuck going on around this bitch? You mean to tell me that's me? Oh, this nigga, he better not be on my wife, goddamn it. I swear for Lord, I'll beat his ass. You got Bernie Mac fighting Bernie Mac. Allegedly. They said some of the movies, some of them gigs he did, it wasn't even him. You see the movie, you be like, man, that don't feel like Bernie Mac. It looked like Bernie, but something off about Bernie Mac. You see the damn, look. And it's all alleged allegations. I'm just letting y'all know what people be talking about. Or people don't post it online or some BS. So when they did Ocean's 11, and George Clooney and Brad Pitt and all them incredible actors heard that Bernie Mac was going to be on the roster, they probably wanted to tweak Bernie a little bit. Make sure he don't say motherfucker in the middle of recording, because they would have sent their movie straight to Tubi. They probably ensured them that, hell, we got Bernie. The Bernie y'all getting is not the Bernie they've been getting. That other Bernie is somewhere doing stand-up. This Bernie, he got the look for the job. Wink, wink. Bernie probably ain't even know the movie. They said that Steve Harvey called the directors of the Ocean's 11 hating because he wanted the role. And Bernie sitting back on, what role you talking about? What you want from me? I ain't got no damn role. The only Ocean's 11 I've been to was in Miami. And when the movie hit the screen, he see himself, and he looking like, I ain't never met them people a day. And when I ever met a Brad Pitt, I don't know no George Clooney. All this shit getting where they told me there was some shit going on around here. Do I get paid? You mean to tell me I don't get paid for the motherfucker? Allegedly. So Bernie, there was some shit going on. A lot of the movies he did with the afro alone looked like some Get Out going on. We ain't never known Bernie Mac to have a lace front. Remember when Cat Williams was talking about Steve Harvey was wearing a man unit? It was making it seem like he was Mr. Potato Head. Like the Steve Harvey at the Apollo And the Steve Harvey at the Comic View is two different people. The whole time y'all thought he had the best headline in the game. People going on about Steve Harvey and his suits, his shoes, and his crispy hairline. Come to find out it was a man unit. I seen him when they took it off his head. Ain't nothing real about these people. Cat Williams been trying to tell it for a long time. But that's Negro here nor there. It looked like somebody in blackface playing Bernie Mac in the movie. Rest in peace. But hell, what do I know? Because when you look at the young Bernie Mac and you look at the Bernie, the last one we seen, y'all know I ain't got nothing but love for y'all. But yeah, man. Damn, I thought this was Return to the Mac. Mark Morrison in the building. Shout out to Bernie. See, that's the Bernie we remember. They did some old Michael Jackson Bernie. That's the Bernie we remember. Just like Gucci. When Gucci came out, he reminded us of a young Bernie Mac. So I say, motherfucker. And then, now we don't know. Bernie wasn't going. That's the point I'm trying to make. I don't know if them allegations and things are true about the man, but, you know, they say some weird stuff. There's rumors about Marvin Gaye. So this ain't nothing new. There's some X-Files for a long time. But in this situation involving Pooh Shiesty, Pooh knew something about Gucci that did not sit right with him at all. When you in jail, them people be talking. They hear stuff through the grapevine. I'm pretty sure Pooh Shiesty heard a whole bunch of things. He was so desperately ready to get out that contract because he knew it was life or death. He knew he was involved in something to where eventually he gonna lose his life anyway if he don't get out of it, because he witnessed other artists lose their lives for being in that contract. That's the reason why he went so hard like that. And his father was with him because he figured, hell, if we gonna ride together, if we gonna die together, we might as well ride together. Because this man playing a dangerous game. And that's my son you fucking with. So you gonna get him out that kind. If we all gotta go to jail, or we all gotta die, then that's just what it's gonna be. Because y'all playing the dirty game and y'all got some dirty energy around here. And this contract ain't nothing but a deal with the devil. And they went all out. Shout out to, and I ain't condoning what he did, but something ain't right about Gucci in this whole situation. And when you got 5-0 speaking on it, that's what lets you know that it's a possibility the police is involved, man. I don't know. Charleston White smoking weed, riding around talking about it too, while she on another man's lap, all on his boat, with his hand all on her booty. And she's supposed to be a married man. Her husband must not be worth her shit. If this man could have your bitch on his lap in his boat, you even got Satanists. I mean, Houston rappers talking about this stuff, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the chat. I ain't got nothing but love for y'all. Hummingbird. Kiki Lewinsky came through. I'm going to see y'all on the next one for sure. We're going to be back. Dubwin. Hummingbird. I see you. Lauren called in, simply alluring. So much love for you, my sister, and everybody else watching. Y'all be good out there. Victoria, what's up? I see y'all. We gonna be back real soon. Y'all be good. Enjoy y'all Friday. Enjoy y'all weekend. Holla at y'all on Monday. Real talk.